Welcome to our channel where we dive deep into the world of motorsports. Today, we're excited to talk about one of the biggest signings in recent years in Formula One, Fernando Alonso joining Aston Martin. Have you been following Alonso's journey in Formula One? What do you think about his move to Aston Martin? Are you a fan of the Silverstone-based team? And what do you think about the combination of Alonso's talent and the investment behind Aston Martin? Get ready as we take a closer look at Fernando Alonso's move to Aston Martin and how this could impact the team's performance in the upcoming season. From Alonso's career choices to Aston Martin's plans for growth and their goals for the 2023 season, we'll cover it all. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. As we all know, Aston Martin has been making some major changes in the past few years, with the team owner Lawrence Stroll investing heavily into the team's facilities. And now, the first of 3 buildings of their new factory is set to be completed by May, with staff moving into their new offices mid-season. This is a major step for the team, who have been making steady progress over the past few years with back-to-back P7 finishes in the constructors' standings. But now, with the addition of Fernando Alonso, the team is poised to take a big leap forward. According to team principal Mike Krack, Alonso's hunger and talent, combined with the investment behind the team, will take Aston Martin even further than they've gone before. Krack remains convinced that Alonso's speed remains undimmed, and that in a car identical to everyone else's, he would be on the front row. The team's job now is to provide a car that is capable of allowing Alonso to race as far up the field as possible. Now, let's take a look at Alonso's career so far. Fernando has been a staple in Formula One for 2 decades now, and he ranks among the most talented and successful drivers in the sport's history. However, some might argue that Alonso made some wrong career choices in the past, leading him to jump from team to team in search of a championship win. But now, with Aston Martin, Alonso has found a new home and a new team that is poised for greatness. And the fact that Sebastian Vettel, another multiple world champion, was already part of the team before he announced his retirement from Formula One, speaks volumes about the team's ambition. Vettel brought the team to a different level, and now, with Alonso on board, the team is ready to go even further. When it comes to comparing the 2 drivers, Vettel and Alonso are fundamentally different. Vettel admitted that, although they spent many years together at the front of the field, they don't actually know each other too well away from the track. However, Alonso's former team principal at Alpine, Otmar Szafnauer, described them as different in personality, but similar in their requests to be able to go faster about what they do. So, while their end goal is the same and they both rank among the most talented and successful Formula One drivers in history, their careers are proof that there is more than one way to go about a successful F1 career. And now, with Alonso joining Aston Martin, the team has 2 multiple world champions on board, both with the same end goal, and both determined to take the team to new heights. And what about Aston Martin's car? Well, some might argue that their vehicle has been a bit disappointing in the past, but with the investment behind the team, and with Alonso and Vettel on board, the team is ready to make a big step forward in terms of competitiveness. The team's job now is to provide a car that is capable of allowing Alonso to race as far up the field as possible, and with the upgrades to their facilities, they are poised to do just that. As we take a closer look at Aston Martin's recent acquisition of Fernando Alonso, it's important to examine the impact that the Spanish racing veteran can have on the team. With over 20 years of experience in Formula One, Alonso brings a wealth of knowledge and skill to the table, and the team's principal, Mike Krack, is confident that he will help take Aston Martin to new heights. In the past, Alonso has been known for making career choices that have not always worked out in his favor. However, Krack remains convinced that Alonso's talent and speed remain undimmed, and he is confident that the team will provide a car that is capable of allowing Alonso to race as high up the field as possible. While it is true that Alonso has had some less than successful stints in Formula One, it is also important to remember that he has 2 world championships under his belt and 32 Grand Prix wins. He is widely considered to be one of the most talented drivers in the sport's history, and his arrival at Aston Martin will no doubt raise the bar for the team. When comparing Alonso to the team's previous driver, Sebastian Vettel, Krack notes that there is a difference in approach between the 2 multiple world champions. While Vettel brought the team to a different level, Krack believes that the combination of investment and Alonso's hunger will take the team even further. It's also worth noting that Aston Martin has had its share of struggles in recent years, particularly with their vehicles. However, with a new factory in the works and several years of investment by team owner Lawrence Stroll, the team is poised for a significant upgrade in their facilities and a jump in competitiveness. In order to fully realize the potential of this exciting new partnership between Alonso and Aston Martin, it's important for the team to provide him with the support and resources he needs to succeed. This includes a car that is capable of allowing him to race at the sharp end of the field and the infrastructure to support their efforts. Overall, the addition of Alonso to the Aston Martin team is a major step forward for the team, and they are poised to make a big impact in the 2023 Formula One season. Whether or not they will be able to truly rival the top teams remains to be seen, but one thing is for certain: Alonso's arrival has added a new level of excitement and anticipation to the sport. So, what do you think? Will Alonso be able to bring his A-game to Aston Martin and help them reach new heights in Formula One? Will the team's investment pay off and propel them to the top of the sport? Only time will tell, but we can't wait to find out.